So welcome back to the show. I want to talk about the forced stimulus check, okay? And the reason that I'm talking about this, if you guys have watched any of my videos, you know that when it comes to a forced stimulus check, I personally think it's highly unlikely that we'll see a forced stimulus check. And I was just reading an article on CNN, and they were talking a little bit about this. Now, just because it's highly unlikely that we'll see a forced stimulus check, there will be stimulus in this American Families Plan, so this second infrastructure bill. So that's what I want to talk about today, the stimulus that we potentially could see in this American Families Plan, even though we might not see a stimulus check. So that's what we're going to discuss today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor, please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, let me show you this article real quick, and I just want to show you the headline here. So the headline says, "No, there is no forced stimulus check on the way." Now, they go on and they talk a little bit about, and I've been saying this for a very long time now, there is no proposal on the table to deliver a fourth round. So I do get people asking me all the time about a fourth stimulus check. Will we be getting a fourth stimulus check? And my answer is always the same. At the current time, nothing is on the table. Okay, you've heard politicians talk about it. I think that the count now is about 80 lawmakers that are open to a forced stimulus check. However, that's still not enough. Okay, and there's no real support. It's not gaining steam at the present time, and you would know it because you would be hearing politicians talk about it on a regular basis. You would hear people like Senator Bernie Sanders talking about it on a regular basis, but we're not hearing that right now. And so the fact that we're not hearing it, in my opinion, I think it's been forgotten about. I think at the present time, there are other things that they're looking at and they're focused on, and stimulus checks is not one of them. Now let's talk about the stimulus that could be in this American Families Plan. So the first thing that you're hearing a lot about, you're hearing Bernie Sanders come out and talk about Social Security, improving Social Security benefits. And we're talking about a potential vision care and dental care and lowering the age of Medicare and things like that. Now, these are all things that will help people, obviously, help people save money because you don't have to pay for these things out of pocket, and that could help stimulate the economy. So that's stimulus. We're talking about the child tax credit, extending the child tax credit, because at the current time, the child tax credit the monthly payments that we're hearing about that will be starting July 15th, that will only last until December. And then after that, then you're going to file your 2021 taxes, and then you can receive the rest of that money. They're talking about extending that out for another 4 years. And that would be a situation where now families can receive this money for another 4 years, monthly payments for 4 years, $300 or $250, depending on how old your child is. And so that is stimulus. That's something that can help the economy. We're also looking at other things like a free community college for 2 years. That can help keep money in your pocket, and you can spend that money in other areas and help stimulate the economy. We're also looking at free childcare, and we're also looking at pre-K for 2 years. So we're looking at situations where the American people can save money in these different areas, and by saving money, that's helping stimulate the economy. And so ultimately, when we start talking about stimulus and stimulus checks, and people ask me, why do you have new stimulus in your title? Well, I have new stimulus in my title because we're looking at new stimulus that will be happening. Regardless if we see stimulus checks or not, we're still looking at new stimulus, new stuff that's going to be stimulating the economy. There are a lot of politicians that are in favor of stimulus. I say the vast majority of politicians are in favor of stimulus, but they're in favor of stimulus in different ways. We saw in the Trump administration in 2017, there was a stimulus there. They had tax cuts that mainly helped the rich, but it helped stimulate the economy because the goal was that if you let these corporations save money, then they're going to use that money to hire more employees and all that and stimulate the economy that way. Now, you can believe that or not believe it. That's not the issue. The issue is that politicians, they want to stimulate the economy and they want to provide stimulus. They just want to provide it in different ways. So it's going to be very key in July that we focus on what's going on with the American Families Plan and what type of stimulus we're hearing about. And contact your congresspeople. In the description, I have information there. You can contact your congressperson and let them know what's important to you. If Social Security benefits are important to you, let them know that. If a stimulus check is important to you, let them know that. child tax credit, extending that. Let them know what's important to you, because that will help, hopefully help guide them when it comes to what they're putting in this American Families Plan, this bill. And also, a lot of information will be coming out in July. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, because I'll be letting you know all the information that will be coming out, at the potential of a stimulus check, the other stimulus that's being talked about. I'll let you know all about that stuff. So make sure you subscribe. Now, I do want to cover one more story, and this is coming out of California. And I talked about this about a month ago, and it looks like lawmakers, they're getting to the point now where they're really closing in on this budget. And it does look like it has a $600 stimulus check in there. Now, they haven't voted on the budget yet, but when they do, and when the governor signs it, that's $600 stimulus checks that will be coming to Californians. Not all Californians, but we'll go into more detail once Gavin Newsom signs this. Then we'll talk a little bit more about it. But it's a whole budget, so there are some issues that they're talking about, and that they're fine tuning the budget. And once they do that, then we'll have more information. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.